welcome to day 3 of my 22 push-up challenge. Today the thing that I wanted to share with you is an article that I read last week, ostensibly about trigger warnings, but the thing that it really surprised me about this article was that the writer had done some research into how likely you are to get PTSD as a veteran versus how likely you are to get PTSD if you are a woman who's been raped. And she ran the numbers just in the US case, and they're pretty rough and ready. They're not necessarily the best statistics on this subject, but I'll put my calculations based on hers in the description. And simply because there are so many more women in the US than there are veterans, obviously, and simply because the chances of being raped as a woman are horribly high, like nearly 1 in 5, she found that you are more than twice as likely to find somebody with PTSD who's a woman who's been raped than you are someone who's a veteran, which I found very surprising. And it might not be exactly true, but it seems plausible that these are quite conservative numbers, and even if it's not exactly true, it's certainly true that a lot of people do develop PTSD after being raped. So today's charity is going to be Rape Crisis England and Wales, which is an organisation that runs rape crisis centres across England and Wales. They provide emergency helplines, confidential advice to people who can ring up anytime, which is really important because if you've been raped, you might be really uncertain what is best for you to do next, what the process of being, of having to report that to the police is going to be like, what the process of having somebody convicted might be like. You might not even be sure that what has happened to you is rape. You might just want to talk to somebody who isn't going to judge you. So anyway, Rape Crisis England and Wales do really great work in that, and they also provide information about rape and go into schools and teach like good relationship, sexual health advice to people there. So they're a really great charity, and as before, they're going to get £1 for every push-up that I manage to do. I'm aiming for 22. I'm aiming to do it in three goes because my arm's quite tired, and also because I'm aware that as I get towards the end, they get less good. We'll see how it goes. Okay, thanks for watching. Okay, I don't know why that was so much harder this morning, but it was really hard. I think I just about made it to 22. I will go with that. So, £22 going to Rape Crisis England and Wales. Thanks very much for watching. I now have to go and cycle over 20 miles because I am insane. So, I will see you tomorrow if I'm still alive. Bye!